I'm playing Two Worlds 2. Two Worlds 2 is a game that I never wanted to exist. The first one was such an abomination that the very idea that it got a sequel infuriates me. But it's here. In my hand. The funny thing is, it didn't even start out as a sequel. Since pretty much the day the first Two Worlds got released, plans were already underway for an expansion pack. I don't know how they got it in their heads that the world needed more of that game, but I digress. It was titled Two Worlds: The Temptation. The temptation of what? No idea. If I had to guess, the taint. And much like its core game, the expansion saw numerous delays. It got to the point where it pretty much disappeared off the release charts. I had completely forgotten about the game for about a year, when it was officially announced that Two Worlds: The Temptation would become a full-fledged sequel. The developer knew that this game had to be good, and even fully acknowledged how terrible the first one is. They even sent out apology letters to retailers explaining how sorry they were that Two Worlds sucked. I am not making that up. That actually happened. But the best apology that they can give to us is to give us a good game. And they respond with Two Worlds 2. More like Two Worlds 2 soon. Haha! Sorry. The game opens in a castle with our hero and his sister Kira from the first game, shackled to chairs. They're being tortured by this guy, Gandahar. Wait, Gandahar? From the first game? Last I checked, I killed his ass. But he's back now, I guess? Maybe they're just pretending that the first game didn't exist. I wouldn't blame them. I do that every day. Turns out Kira is possessed by Oziral, the fire god, and Gandahar is transferring the hero's life force into her. The guards start bringing him to the dungeon when he is saved by some orcs. Apparently he's been chosen by some prophet, but the orcs doubt him.
This is it? We came here for this? Everything will be explained once we reach El Sorna. Now, go with Tarfar.
I'm not leaving without my sister. Not without Kyra.
Oh, it's Kyra now. Okay, I'll roll with it. Before the group can escape, they're stopped by Gandahar's right-hand man, Sordahan. And you know Sordahan's a badass. He's got a big glowing sword, menacing armor, and a helmet designed after a deer. He fights Rogdor here in a cutscene that tries way too hard to be cool. Necessary! You know, I gotta say, I actually look forward to fighting this guy. This is how you set up a villain. Show how powerful he is, so that you'll know that he'll be a difficult... Did that orc just kill one of the game's bosses? Great! God forbid I have something to look forward to! Anyway, everyone escapes through teleports, and you meet their prophet, Kasara Breasts. Really? Was it vital to have her nipples poking out in the character model? Real mature, guys. She pretty much explains that Gandahar is evil. If he isn't stopped, bad things will happen. I don't think I needed a prophet to tell me that, but okay. I want to talk about the main character for a moment here. It's no secret that in the first game, he was pretty much a big, dorky idiot. But now he's a dark, gritty, and brooding idiot.
That was close.
Not close enough.
He's also a man of few words, constantly speaking in fragmented sentences. You know, because he's filled with sore pain. It's already hard enough to take him seriously, but when engaged in conversation, everybody has the most unnatural body movements I have ever seen. Seriously, it looks like a theater troupe consisting of second graders trying to perform Macbeth. They also try to imply a love connection between the hero and Darfa, the orc chick.
Because I'm not an orc.
Oh, you're not an orc? Okay. It's not so weird then. This is never expanded upon. This plot thread gets abandoned really fast. This is as far as it goes. Much like my dates. To stop Gandahar, the prophet wants information to figure out what Gandahar is doing. Even though I know what he is doing. Evil. Now I'm finally released into the world, free to explore to my will. The game is filled to the brim with side quests. Like, they are everywhere. It rivals MMORPGs in number. And like an MMORPG, I don't really care about why I'm doing the quest. I only care about what I need to do and what I'll get for doing it. But I guess I took the wrong quest to begin with. The very first battle that I get into that isn't part of the tutorial is against some skeletons. And what happens? I get my ass kicked! You know what? This is a great time to bring up combat. The first game had consisted of mashing on the right trigger to swing your sword around. This game, though, you mash the right trigger to swing your sword around. Instead of acting like your sword was a lightsaber, though, you do this ridiculous footwork. This is supposed to be medieval swordplay. Why is this guy trying to be a wushu master? The rest of the controls are far worse. It's difficult to convey through words, but moving around is so loose. It feels unrealistic. The controls are needlessly complex. Get this. In order to start combat, you need to unsheath your weapon. To do that, you press down on the D-pad. Why? Why down on the D-pad? Why not, I don't know, the X button? Oh, X is the map. This is a vital function I need to have available at a moment's notice. What about Y? Oh, Y is the quest log. Again, very important that I be able to bring that up at any time. It gets worse. To sprint, you hold the left trigger. To sneak around, you hold the left trigger. So to move really, really fast and move really, really slow, you press the same button. It's the same thing during combat. You need to hold left trigger to block. But if you're moving even slightly, you'll start sprinting around. There were so many times when I would end an attack and I would want to block and move, only to start running around like an idiot. Anyway, I'm supposed to get into this tower to find Gandahar's plans, right? But of course, the gate is blocked. So I need to get a document forged by this guy. But he needs his special ink in a cabin far away. I get his ink, he makes the document, I go through the gate. But there's another gate blocking the way. So in order to get through that one, I need to help a commander with a murder case in another town. In order to get some murder information, I need to do all this crap for the one guy that speaks with an English accent in this game.
It's not exactly native.
I'll skip all the boring stuff. It ends with me getting a dragon's fang and bringing it to a cave, where a magician named Mirage uses the fang to summon dozens of crystal golems against Gandahar. Looks awesome, right? Guess what? You're not gonna see them again for the rest of the game. So what does this whole thing have to do with the plot? Apparently nothing! That's one of my main issues with the story quests. You're never actually working towards the main goal. It's just a bunch of unrelated menial tasks. When I finally get to the top of the tower, I kill a big green thing and get Gandahar's journal. I bring it back to Underboob, and we flip past all the pages about his feelings and insecurities. The clues point towards Gandahar's town he used to live in. Again, at this point, you have to do a bunch of meaningless tasks just to get some semblance of a plot. So I am going to relay it to you just how I have it in my notes, to speed things along. Helped David, helped Zarius, helped Dr. Anya, helped David again, helped Dr. Lavarius, helped Eric, helped Kyneth. What did I get from all this? Flashbacks that show that Gandahar was always a dick. Great. So I return to the hideout to tell the prophet that Gandahar sucks. Only she isn't there. Instead, it's Sordahan, in spectral form. Yes, killing him has only made Sordahan more powerful, as he is clearly able to go right to the top of our super secret hideout and wait for me there. Question. Why wait for me here? Why not wait in the prophet's room? Kill her while she's asleep. Why not wait for me in my room? Kill me while I'm asleep. Well, I guess he's kinda new at this. I mean, Sordahan hasn't been dead very long. So I kill Sordahan's ghost. Does that make him super dead? And after all of that, I don't feel any closer to rescuing my sister Kyra. Kyra. Nips McCooters tells me to go to a completely different town for reasons beyond me. I started skipping through the conversations. I guess that's something of an improvement over the original. The first two worlds had an atrocious script with equally laughable voice acting.
Warriors. Hard ones.
Two Worlds 2 has a pretty bad script with passable voice acting. I still get a kick out of the hero's voice.
What happened to avoiding introductions?
I sincerely hope that he's like that every day. Weather's nice today. Those were some good waffles. I'm dead inside. At this town, the village priest Garadel wants me to kill a witch. Only she's a good witch that's been protecting the town. She wants me to help her get her strength back by getting an old love letter. After the letter, she asks for some plants. And then finally a scroll from Garradel's chapel. See what I meant when I said the plot quests felt redundant? But the witch's old lover got attacked in the catacombs. Turns out Garradel is the evil one. Well, of course he's the evil one. Look at him. He's got the Matrix running through his robes. He becomes a demon, I kill him, take his heart, and go back to the hideout. Now, we're ready to save Kyra, and take down Gandahar once and for all. I go through a secret passage through their dungeons, and make my way to the throne room. And it's here that the game inexplicably starts throwing plot twists at you. Let me sum it up. Surprise! Darfa is here. Surprise! Kyra is okay. Surprise! Gandahar is good. Surprise! The prophet is evil. Surprise! She's a dragon! To clarify, the evil god Oziral is trapped inside Kyra, and Gandahar has been keeping her alive so that Oziral doesn't escape.
But Kira,
Oh, it's Kira again. My bad. Oziral was controlling Gandahar since the beginning, and Memory McLovebuttons was created by Oziral. Darfa is here because she got the memo. At the top of the castle is the tomb of Oziral. The only way to seal him away for good is to use pieces of his creations.
the demon's heart.
Orc's blood.
Wait, didn't you say...
I'm not an orc.
Right. With a few ballista shots, the dragon is slain, and Oziral is sealed away for good. But with Gandahar having been killed off-screen, a new emperor must be chosen. Hell yeah! Now that's a reward for defeating the ultimate evil. Let me have control over the land, and give me the ultimate power so that... Wait, what? Kira? Kira becomes the emperor? Well, what the hell do I get? Oh, a sexual tensionless walk with Darfa before she vanishes. Just what I always wanted. That's it. That's the game. I fully anticipated a painful experience, and it was over before I knew it. That's why my final rating for this game is a doctor shot out of 10. Yeah, I came in with a negative mindset, but just like getting a shot, it's really not that bad. It's by no means an especially good game, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. There's some technical issues about, and the story is a joke, but as a hack and slash loot fest, it's very competent. I actually really liked the crafting system, and I had more fun with the cooperative mode than I did the campaign. The game is very lighthearted at times, and was willing to make fun of itself, which I can respect. I can't honestly recommend it at full price, but if you can get it for $20-$30 and you need something to do, you might be surprised. But like getting a needle to the arm, it's not necessarily something I would want to do again. I do commend the developers for listening to people's complaints and taking them to heart. I'll leave with this. Two Worlds 2 is a vastly superior game to the original. Like that was hard to do.